Welcome, Hoarders. Today we're going to be playing some more Grand Theft Auto 5. And this Testing Tuesday, we're going to be testing the Ocelot Stromberg, right here. I am going to be testing it, but it's going to be, a little different, like with the, what vehicle was it? The half-track. The half-track, I had to do it a little weird, because you can't take these vehicles on actual test tracks, but I do know how the courses go, so we should easily be able to get all of this done. I've done it before, like I said, with the half-track, and with the Deluxo, and I think another car or two. But, let's get talking about this. I like the car, but I honestly don't think I'm going to drive it much. It does have a machine gun, and also, when I get the cops after me, because I will, you have a set of missiles. I believe you can shoot 30? I'm not 100% sure. I think it was 30 missiles you have. But the machine guns are right there with those little black T-shaped pieces. What else does this have? One very important thing, which I'm going to show you guys right now. You probably already know by now, because this video is out very late from when the car came out. It took me a long time to save up for this, like 2 or 3 weeks. I didn't really play that much of it though, so it didn't really matter. But what you can do is you can go bippity boppity bacon, and your car changes into a submarine. And you can still, it won't let you shoot machine guns underwater, but it will let you shoot the missiles. It's a fun car, but it's not extremely practical though. I mean, it is GTA, so not really any cars are practical. It's very slow in the water, I think. You can do first person in the water, which is kind of cool. But then when you get close like that, it switches back. I did that kind of late. There's one thing that I did notice that would be somewhat fun to do. Like if you and your friend both wanted these cars, what you could do is you can go over here.
Wow, watch it.
Shut up. Go next to just any object really, and you want to open one of your doors, back up, rip it off, and then you can go in the water, and it'll say that your vehicle has been destroyed even though it hasn't. Even though I think it just was. Huh. It worked the other day. How about that? Well, that doesn't work anymore, so scratch that. But what you used to be able to do, like earlier this week, was you were able to rip the door off, and then you could go in, and it would let you just normally use it. I think it's because I went into the pond over there with it. So maybe not, but what you can do is you can pretty much duplicate the car, but like if you duplicate it, you can't sell it or store a second one. It's still the same car. I do, however, have to call Morse Mutual now. It should be free.
Hello, this is Morse Mutual Insurance.
As far as performance for this car, it doesn't feel that great. in, like, any way really at all. It's not fast. It doesn't handle great. The brakes aren't great. I get that message every single time I get on now, and it's quite annoying. There's my car. The thing that I find really annoying, though, is the other car that was in the game, that was added to the game, that was pretty much this already. Let me find it. I still own it, but I'm definitely going to sell it soon. I already did a video on it. Let me find it real quick for you. Right there, the Ardent. I thought that the Ardent was what this vehicle is. Like, I thought that it was supposed to be this. Like, I assumed that you'd be able to drive it underwater and all that because of what it is and the fact that it was on that website. But literally, that car does nothing but shoot machine guns. That is it. I do believe on that, or in that car though, you can switch from machine guns to regular handheld weapons, which I prefer the handheld weapons in vehicles to the machine gun, but I do like having the rocket launcher, so if you have like cops or just some other online player that's being a douchebag, you can run around, lock on, shoot them dead. You know, the normal stuff. What else really about this? It definitely looks very similar to the car it's based on. I think it's based on the Lotus Esprit. I think that's what it's called. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called, actually. But I know it's a Lotus for sure. Because that's like the James Bond car, which it was Aston Martin, then it went to Lotus and back to Aston Martin. I don't really know much more to talk about, like what to talk about with this. So let's head on over to the test track and see what we can get. Okay, we're here. I got the stopwatch ready. I'm going to just do the normal way, like it's pretty much set up to do in the race. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, we got everything done perfect. I was thinking of something. I think I brought it up before. I don't understand why Rockstar couldn't just make it where during the races, English. During the races, why couldn't they just make like the machine guns and stuff disabled for these type of vehicles? That way, if you wanted to use them, you could. Because I don't want to spend a little over $3 million on a vehicle like this and not even be able to race it. So it's kind of marketed more towards just to have fun in a solo, like not solo, but like in regular online sessions, which I don't really like, honestly. Because I don't really use it. Honestly, though, if it was in races, I don't think I'd use it in them. But it would help me out making these videos instead of having to memorize exactly where to go and have a stopwatch going and all this shit. Oh well. I mean, you can still get it done, like, exactly the same, but I can't find a single stopwatch on the App Store that, like, that's really precise. It only goes to, like, the first millisecond. Whereas in the game it goes 3 spots. And it's like, oh, okay. So instead of, like, 1.125, it's fucking 1.1, and then you have to try to figure out where that would go. Here. Right now we're at 2 minutes and 6 seconds. I'm gonna do the tricky part. Stay in the yellow line and stop. Wow. We got 2 minutes 22.0. Good. Good, because now I don't have to put a bunch of fucking numbers. Sweet. Okay, so we got 2 minutes 22.0 seconds. Not really sure where that would place, so let's head on over to the leaderboard and find out. As you can see, the Ocelot Stromberg finished in 48th place at 2 minutes 22.0 seconds. It's not a great time, but still it's not terrible. It did come slower than the Ardent, which is the previous version, it's the newer version of the Lotus, but it was the first version that they added to GTA, like a couple months back. I think now, because the video was recorded a little while ago, so it's been several months, probably 4 or 5 since the Ardent was added, but it's still, I like the car. I'm sure I'll eventually sell it, but I still might just keep it because I like the car. I like the ones that have things like that has machine guns, rockets, and you can drive it in the water. It's basically indestructible other than people blowing you up or shooting you, because you can literally drive anywhere. If it goes in the water, it doesn't matter. It's not going to blow up because of that, like all the other cars will. Well, they won't blow up, but they'll die, and then you'll have to pay your insurance on it. But it's a fun car to drive. To be honest, the last month or two, I don't think I've even pulled it out of the garage. I think it's just been sitting there. And I've been mostly driving the Komatsu Drag, because it's just a quick vehicle to go get stuff with. But I still like the Stromberg, and when you have as many garages as you have on GTA, it's not a big deal to just store some cars like that. But before I go off topic too far, let's head on over to the drag track and see what we can get. Okay, now we can do the final test. Gotta reset my stopwatch. It's actually helpful having that little arrow thing, like the sight in front of me, so I know exactly where I'm gonna go. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. If that's it. I didn't go when I said go, but I floored it and started the timer at the same time. Like, I waited to make sure the timer was gonna go. So it's not off or anything. God, that thing's gonna get in the way. Hey, maybe not. And stop. 27.5. We're getting good even numbers with these. The last one was 222.0. Now it's 27.5. Don't know where that's gonna go, so let's head on over to the leaderboard and find out. On the drag track, we finished in 61st place at 27.5 seconds. It's still not a great time, but this time we beat the Ardent, whereas we lost against it in the last race. So for sure this vehicle has better acceleration or top end. It's one or the other compared to the Ardent. Or just the Stromberg sucks at turning, which I'm pretty sure that's most likely the problem with it. I don't think it has that good a handling. Altogether, where we are in the list, like 50th place and up, they're usually not good handling cars, or something's definitely lacking in performance. I'm just looking, the Karen 190Z, that vehicle, I love the car, but it's upsetting to me that they made it so slow. In acceleration, from what I remember, isn't terrible, but it's just top end's terrible. But talking about the Stromberg, it is cool that you can switch into a submarine, go underwater. I do recommend, if you're going to buy it, go and do the heist first. Like, get the bunker and everything if you don't have it, because you can make money off of them anyhow. Go and do those. The mission where you use the Stromberg is the mission I also would recommend doing over and over, because it's like the best way to make money that I know of currently. If you have one other friend, because I've been playing just me and one other person, going through all the setups and then doing the actual heist, without really any hitches lately, because it's not that difficult. You can get frustrated with the heist, but it's an easy way to make money. And then plus, if you do that heist, you get the cheaper version of the car. Well, not the cheaper version, but you can buy it at the lower cost, so you don't have to spend like an extra million. But I'm going to end it at that. Please tell me what you would like to see me test in the next episode. And I'll see you in the next one. And I hope you enjoyed. And if you did enjoy the video, don't forget to watch one of my previous, next, and related videos. And don't forget to check out my other social medias in the description down below.